This is my presentation on how to balance chemical equations from word problems. The example I am going to be working with is potassium phosphate plus aluminum nitrate yields to potassium nitrate and aluminum phosphate. Step 1 is finding out the charges of each element in this equation. From the periodic table, we know that potassium has a charge of +1, phosphate has a charge of -3, aluminum has a charge of +3, and nitrate has the charge of -1. Step 2 is writing down the first part of the equation, while still making sure that the charges of each ionic compound are balanced. From the last slide, we know that we will need 3 potassiums in order to balance out phosphate's charge of -3. This is also true when it comes to aluminum and nitrate, meaning that we need 3 nitrates in order to balance out aluminum's charge of +3. Now that we have figured out what the first part of the equation looks like, it is time to work on what the products will look like. When the reaction takes place, the result will be potassium nitrate with aluminum phosphate. Because potassium and nitrate have the same charges, we can leave them exactly as they are. The same can be said with aluminum's charge of +3 and phosphate's charge of -3. And now that we have both parts of the equation, it is now time to balance. In order to balance an equation, there must be the same amount of each element on each side of the equation. On the reactant side, there are 3 potassiums, 1 phosphate, 1 aluminum, and 3 nitrates. On the product side, there's 1 potassium, 1 phosphate, 1 aluminum, and 1 nitrate. As you can see, potassium and nitrate are not balanced. In order to balance these two elements, we must multiply them by 3. To do this, we have to put a 3 in front of this ionic compound. Now, this equation is balanced. Step 5 is writing out the final answer, along with classifying the type of reaction that has just taken place. This reaction is an example of double replacement. This is where 2 reactant ionic compounds exchange ions to form 2 new ionic compounds with the same ions. Thanks for watching my presentation.